Hey everyone, Brent here from Glorious, where we set goals, hit goals, and make new ones. Today we'll be talking about Refinable. So, what is Refinable? Refinable is actually a NFT hub that's launching tomorrow, and they have their own token called Fine Token. That's a cool ticker. And the most exciting thing about this project, obviously, there's a lot of things just about it being an NFT hub, a marketplace, but it's actually backed by Mr. Beast. And if you're not familiar with Mr. Beast, he's a super popular YouTuber. He's actually super generous to the community. He gives away a ton of money and does a lot of nice things. So check out Mr. Beast on YouTube. It's been backed by him, so there's a lot of hype towards this. And it's also backed by Binance. So two really big names behind the project that's launching tomorrow. I think that is awesome. I think it's, if you're looking for projects to get really in early on, this might be the one. So let's check it out. But before we do that, reminder, this isn't financial advice. This isn't investing strategy at all. I'm not affiliated with Refinable at all. I really wish I was because it's an exciting project. But if you're invested, if you want to be invested in this project, please do your own research. Figure out if you want to actually do this before you put money in. Make sure to check out their website. We're going to review the website today and everything that goes along with this. They have this cool deck, a cool pitch deck. We're going to review it today, but again, do your own research and figure out if this project is for you. All right, so let's talk about Refinable Token. So the first thing I wanted to call off right off the bat is that you cannot buy it right now. So even before you buy, you cannot buy it. I'm supposed to tell you what to do before you buy, but since you can't buy it, there hasn't people that own it unless somehow you got into the private listing. But as of right now, and they have this cool ticker on their website, 15 hours, 41 minutes. That's when when it gets released and you could actually buy it. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. So for all those people that want to be early on a project, this might be the project to get in early on. So let's learn about it. Again, right off the bat, they're showing you some NFTs, which we'll go into, but this is their selling point. Invested by Mr. Beast, huge YouTuber, total views over 13 billion. Hope and subscribers 60 million. Hope to, Glorious gets to that level at some point in my lifetime. And then by Binance. So again, a lot of hype around this. Lots of interesting partners. And again, so what is Refinable? So it's a NFT hub. If you're not familiar with NFTs, then you're probably been missing out on all the hype lately. But non-fungible tokens. But the idea is that you get something. It's a digital. It could be digital artwork online. It could be pretty much you're taking ownership into a digital asset, which is the new craze. And I think it's very interesting. And I think it's definitely something that has a ton of potential and has been making a lot of money for people. So I think it's definitely interesting. And they have some examples of their artwork that they plan to sell, and they says, you know, I just think that the super high quality. They want this to be the go-to place where you buy stuff. Yeah, definitely interesting. So also along, they have the NFT Hub. You guys probably want to know about the Fine token. So the Fine token is what you actually use, and they have said settle and fund transactions, increase distribution, royalty limits, access to exclusive sales. So people feel like they're going to be using the Fine token. Artists are going to be bringing people to the platform, and I think it's just really interesting. It's when we think about cryptocurrencies and their utility, right away they're telling you what this utility is going to be for, and it's going to be for their marketplace. So looking ahead, again, very early. They haven't even launched yet, but there's a bunch of things that they plan to do. And it's definitely interesting. Community mining, creation and trade features, flexible royalties, additional trade. Yeah, features community drops. A lot of with these NFTs, are, NBA Top Shot and other things that there's just, people get really hyped about these drops that happen once a week or, every several times in a month. But that just builds up the hype and builds up the want to get this. So what's the token distribution? Token sale, community mining, liquidity fund, team, treasury fund, reserve. Again, super transparent of what you can get and what everyone else owns. And it's just nice to see this level of tokenomics for a project that hasn't even launched, right? So total token supply 500 million, initial market cap 899,000. So if you were, like I said, if you were somehow able to own this already at the private sale, it's 3 cents, and then the public sale price is 0.033. So still fairly cheap. And, I'm not saying, again, not investment strategy. I'm not saying buy this as soon as it's released. Who knows how it's going to fluctuate the day of, but that's what it is. Keep an eye on it if it's interesting to you and see how it goes throughout the day and week. So this is their team. Again, they're showing they have a huge team. They have a lot of money behind this, a lot of effort behind this. And I think it's very interesting. Cool. So one thing that I think is really cool, again, looks like they have a lot going on, lots of stuff that's interesting. They even have like a pitch deck, which I'm looking through here. And again, if you are not familiar with things like NFTs, you could use this deck to, again, they want you to feel confident in backing their project. And they're telling you straight away, we're giving you all the information you need to know, telling you about this opportunity, telling you what their solution is. And I think that's great. Like, look at all the people looking at this, 91 total viewers. And it's been like that for the past 24 hours, that people are just constantly jumping in here, checking this out. And yeah, and I think they want to solve a lot of problems, and they have their vision. And again, I'm not going to go through this deck. This deck is pretty long, but it's just great that they're laying this out there, again, for investors, for you, but also for investors if you read the title. And I think it's just really interesting. And I think it's good that they're laying all this information out, getting you guys to understand, everyone to understand what the project is about, and to get you excited about it, to be honest. And I think they do a really good job. This is really clean. And they, again, talk about their token. And again, they want you to feel confident in what they're doing and that this is the token you should be investing in, because I think there's a lot of people that are really excited about this. And they definitely go into lots and lots of details about their token and their platform. And they do a comparison, which I think is actually cool, of all the major marketplaces. When you think NFT marketplace, you think of OpenSea. And there's just a lot of things that they're saying here that they do better. Low network fees, community rewards, dedicated brand marketplaces. Like, again, I'm not saying this is the best marketplace. Use this over all these other marketplaces. I'm just saying this is how they're laying it out. And, they have a lot of interesting ideas that I think we should, be aware of. And I think if they can follow through with all the stuff, again, very early on, I think it makes it for a very exciting project. So yeah, they talk about their founding team. Again, this has been since, the Safe Moon, Elongate AMAs, things like that. People like to know who's managing, if they're investing in a project, who's leading this project. They have a great founding team, great background. Obviously, if you get backing from Mr. Beast or Binance, that they've vetted these people out and they found that this is a very promising project that's, being advised and being led by a lot of great people. So again, if we even look at CoinGecko, nothing is here. Fine is the ticker. They gave a warning to make sure don't buy any right now. When you watch the video, don't buy right now because you can't. There's a lot of fake stuff out there, scammers that are trying to sell tokens like this. Unless you can only buy it starting tomorrow, which is 4/27. So make sure you're buying the right thing. Make sure it's after the time when they launch. But just keep your eye out for any scammers. Make sure you're buying the real thing. And, a good way to keep track of them is on their Twitter, which is constantly growing. They have 69,000 followers, which is crazy since they haven't even launched. But my point is that, and they have their announcement up here, but my point is that this is going to be something very interesting. I'm not saying you should invest in it, but a very exciting project. Keep your eye on it. See how it does in the launch. Figure out when's the best time for you to invest if you do want to invest. And I do think that, this has been a project that I'm pretty hyped about. I've been following it along for a little bit. I know a lot of people have mentioned in the comments. But yeah, do your own research, figure out if this project is for you. Let me know in the comments if you plan to buy. Let me know if, when you do buy. And just let me know your overall thoughts on this project because I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate all the views and subscriptions that have been, that we've been having over the past week. It's been great. And thanks everyone for watching. And I will definitely keep my eye on this project. And I hope you do too.